Look who we got here.
Hi.
Erica, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. A little tired. Was up all night. It was a nice night though. Yesterday was nice. It wasn't like so hot.
Yeah.
Down here it gets like 103 degrees. And
really?
Like, yeah, the air is so dirty. You get like, it's almost like you have like the flu or something.
Oh,
For the last like 3 weeks I've been down here. And then when I went home to my parents' house, which is like, it's like more like farmland and stuff, like that, it cleared up right away. It just like went right away. I think it's just from breathing in all the air. Like they don't have good like air quality. There's so much trash everywhere. I wish you guys could see it. There's like needles all over the ground.
You out here, Erica,
everywhere.
You out here in the trenches right now,
I know.
Erica.
I'm in the gutter, live from the gutter.
Okay.
So I'm originally from like Kutztown area, which is like a really small like farming community area. I grew up with like both my parents and stuff. I got into using when I was about like 15, 16 years old. Okay. Where I live, like there's not really like really stuff like that. Like it wasn't like common. It wasn't like a thing that was talked about. It's kind of like, a low key thing. Like people did it, but like, not anyone that was like from our town. Like you had to go outside of our towns and then bring it back and stuff. So when I was like 16 years old, I started like experimenting with stuff. And then my brother was like heavily addicted, and I didn't know it until like later on, like a few weeks, like when I was like experimenting, he was already like heavily on to stuff. Yeah. And like really hard drugs. So one day I'm like experimenting and stuff, and I find like, a baggie of like, whitish brown powder in his room, and I was trying it. I really, really loved it, and like from then on I was like stealing it out of his room, and then I figured out what it was slowly. I kind of thought I thought maybe it was like, something crushed up, maybe a pill crushed up. I didn't know. Yeah. So from then on, like, I figured out he was coming down here. He's one of his friends from like another town. Don't even use though. All right,
we back at it, Erica.
I was talking about
your brother coming out here, right?
In town. Yeah. So my brother, he ended up getting put on to coming out to Philadelphia and like picking stuff up because it was a lot cheaper, and like the stuff that we get around here like wasn't really like what my brother was into. So he started coming down here. He met this guy through his friend from football, and it just was like from there we started like driving down here maybe like once a week, and then once a week progressed on the weekend to twice a week, once on Wednesday, then the weekend. Then it was like every other day at him doing it, but he didn't know I was using as well. I was still like just beginning, so I was using like pills still. And this wasn't in Kensington actually. This was more in like West Philly, but just like Philly in general. Like what other people don't get is like it floods the rest of the drug supply and the rest of like small towns, and like everybody that like here basically is